stayed awake at night for 10 years. I finally cracked a first-person game. In the game, you're at the top of the world rankings. I reached 11 years. God's will is that there are thousands of people above. No one is below. There are all kinds of magical weapons. However, all of this, after all, it's just a game. At this point in the game, an interface appears. The game will close in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the last time. Play game. 10 years has finally come to an end. In these 10 years, look at your friends in the game. Everyone is no longer online. Now the whole server is only left for you to play. Look at the empty game screen, the feeling of loneliness in my heart. Very quickly time has come to the last minute. Open the world, channel goodbye. First life. You're the best game I've ever played. Oh bye everyone. We are fortunate to meet again. Then, you and your roommate go to dinner. But after you're gone, the game interface displays a message. Message from the official server. Half an hour later the game will appear. After dinner, you go back to the dormitory. Suddenly I heard thunder outside. It's the end of the world. But right now, a voice in your head. Game flower download to first human life. 60 seconds later it will start. You look around in horror, and you hear it. You look in amazement at the mulch, and I hear it. What game engine does what is called the first human life? What game is this? You blink in response. This isn't a game you've been playing for 10 years. This game is coming soon. Everything in the game will show up. And right now, voices are echoing in people's heads. 60 seconds have passed since he started his practice. In a moment the sky changed drastically. Every ray of golden light came down from the sky. Your whole body is covered in yellow light. The Supreme God's plan is now complete. Please be careful to use your power. At the same time, 10 billion years of experience of the whole game character into your head. It's like I've been through it myself. Only for a short time. You've got your own practice. Also understand yourself. What level of power are they possessing? God damn it. Look at you and suddenly scream. You look at him. I just saw a peach crushing a dumbbell with one hand, and to chalk powder. I just started training and I'm already this strong. So, the builders, wasn't the needle stronger? I hear you want to laugh a little bit. Because exercise is the most normal realm. It can be said that he has just started to practice. Only the muscle structure is counted as actually exiting. Interchange bones under knitting needles. They're all mortals. But in my heart I can't help but worry. Now everyone has gained extraordinary power. Looks like the world is about to change. The school's radio suddenly cracked. I'm Principal Lai Spring. Now invite all teachers and the students gathered at the stadium. Let's go and have a look. You look at La Pao and you open your mouth very quickly. All the students went to the stadium. The principal took the microphone and said, I believe there are some classmates who have gained strength. It's amazing, but I beg you, don't do it. Using that terrifying power. At the same time, fill out your profile honestly. We need to do a census. Soon enough. All the teachers and college students, the dollar has been filled. Based on the statistical results, the school was stunned. The entire school is under 15,000 people. There are more than 3,000 people who have been trained. You look sharp. The changing face of everyone in the stadium, not without a little appreciation. I can't believe it. Because of my perseverance, you yourself become the strongest. Right now, the statistics teacher suddenly screamed. The parable teacher is great. In the blink of an eye, all the eyes, it's all about a woman with a face. Beautiful. After that, parable invited by the principal to the president's podium. The game is now available. Anyone who has ever played the game will get it. But I advise everyone, don't use your power to commit crimes. Don't bully ordinary people. Don't think you are the strongest, because there are people stronger than you. It's said here that in the mind of the parable comes a memory. 5 years ago, I played this game for the first time. I met an enthusiastic player. Every day, I play with a lot of toys. Fuck with you. You become a woman with a new you. You have in a short time ascended to greatness. But I don't know the teacher. Which temple is she currently in? You just remember before you quit the game, he was a fairy. But as soon as the parable ends, the sky suddenly exploded. The tool is now complete. The size of the planet is starting to change. Preliminary change in global area increased tenfold. The table is about to open. The person on the board will receive a generous reward. 3 days later, he said suddenly. The ground shook. Normal people in the stadium. Everyone was standing unsteady and falling to the ground. You close your eyes and use your mind to look down. Has become the great god of the blue planet. Your spirit, it can even be seen outside of space. When we were surprised to discover the global size of the planet, it's increased 10 times. But the native flower lower. There are thousands of new territories. I didn't know there was an ocean. There are forests and deserts. These places are empty. Not even creatures have it. Just appear out of nowhere. But it also makes you have a bad feeling. If you say the game is, then the monster and the napkin there will also be. Now or not, but right now, in the sky, to the sound of the helicopter's propellers fluttering, everybody raise their heads and look up. I just saw a military helicopter flying around, over their heads following the helicopter landing. From above, came down a man in uniform. I look at only 30 years old. I'm a member of the Spiritual Practitioners Management Department. He is also a Major General. Listen to him introduce. Everyone at the scene was amazed. Who here is the one with the highest cultivation? He looked at everyone at the scene. I am the Great Chaplain. Parable comes out and says, you can see it. The soldier in front of him is also the first, but in the lower realms, you're just a knitting needle. I heard that, and I was terrified. I was so scared that I hurriedly bowed. Hello Dayana fake power. If it had been before, he certainly wouldn't have bowed his head. But now is the time of the first. A great spiritual leader only needs one. Fingers can also crush him to death. Don't be like that. Everyone's a loser. You are the ones who contribute the most to the flowers. Parable of grace, Asthenia. Estely use the spirit to raise the bow. So let me give you a eulogy. I don't know if the language is willing. Enter the management department. Our priority is to maintain peace. Social stability is not. I will. It is my honor to be able to serve my country. The nod parable. That's good. Let's step aside and talk about the details. And then the yelling and the parables left the stadium. I saw 2 people leave, so use your mind to keep an eye on the 2 of you. They can even hear their conversations. We're going to set up a first aid class at every school. At the same time, he sent the first person to be a teacher. You've just been a teacher at the Metropolitan University. I don't know if you want to be a teacher, not the owner of this class. Maybe the parable doesn't refuse. I'll report back to you in a way. To be honest, you were great. I know more about this game. I play time. It's quite short, but it's also very understanding about the characters in this game. They're all key. If you are present, these NEPs and schools are all capable of doing so, in which the most powerful is the cardboard stick. Their master is the golden lotus. Even the elders under the curse. It's also a fairy, or a fairy. I heard that, and he showed an astonished face. He could imagine if this NEP is down to the blue. It would be a terrible attack. The lamina. That's the golden lotus that exists. It takes just one idea to destroy a nation, a planet. If you can't control the enemy, it would be an accident for the flower. But don't worry. This cardboard bar in the context of the game is the name of the political school. It will not harm innocent people. Those magic tricks are worrying. They eat people. It trains the human soul to practice. These guys are a real disaster. If I find out about this, I'll report back honestly. If these tongues actually appear in the lower flowers, that's for us. It's a real disaster, right? I don't know the language. Do you know if there are any false positives in the game? For example, someone stronger than her. People are much stronger than me. When I played, I was in the top 50. I can't get up. Those people are all life or death. Especially the teacher who took me to the game. Name is Pepper by God. It was a fairy then. If he still plays, he is now a saint or higher. Listening in the distance, you stop a little bit, because I heard a very familiar name, the Tian tongue knife. The name in your game is the God-given sword. But you've led too many disciples. I can't remember who it was for a while. It seems that this teacher is very important to the teacher, La Huom La. That's right, the parable nods. We will pay more attention to the heavenly dagger. I don't know what the game it is. For security reasons, we all use game names to communicate. The name of my game is Elf. All my friends are stupid. Unsuspecting female disciples in the game. He is my teacher again. But you're not going to take people you know. Because it's so embarrassing. Mermaid is a very good name. So just like that first, I have to report on the situation here. Then I sat in a helicopter and left. That you and La Pau are also going to the dorm. Suddenly a pink voice came from the sky, resounding to vine needle table opened. Everybody's looking up. The sky is blue. Suddenly, it's a thick black cloud, and right after that, an axle glowed, appear in the air. You can feel that this axis has spirit, extremely terrorist, at least one of the most prized gifts. After hovering for 7 or 8 seconds, the shaft slowly flows out, but there's nothing inside. The voice of the great, pink ass is once again, Juvai table needle opened. Will present the first 100 initiates. The higher the ranking, the richer the rewards. 100 radish likes to eat small greens. The whole world rewards the whole man. But the 100 is you. This is too stupid. If you look at this table, it's not too surprising. This game has only been hot for a year. Playing a year of needle drama is only to the point of life. If the game is not finished, it will be because of his fight and love to invade and drop the Tuve. It's led to a lot of people being left behind. To the 10th year, the whole game is left alone. You are still playing. There is a reason you knit this. You despise not to look. There are 900 in your pocket anyway. 99 tablets. This is not the limit you can earn, it's the limit of the game. 2.5 hours later, Juve Kim Bei went to the 60th rank. 60 first-class daimyos of the early Mahayana realm, elixir rewards. According to the gold table, everybody's in shock. 60-something is already great. This is not over the top. I saw that I was only 60. It's also a little startled. The people above are afraid that they are all dead. But soon after the gold bullion was announced, the parable immediately received a phone call. Although wiretapping is very unethical, but you still use your mind to listen. It's called the parable. Invite you to the capital of the dragon to meet the leader. There's something very important to tell you. Finally, the parable left the stadium, that your consciousness is always locked on her body, because you want to see what this whole thing is. Very fast. Parable goes to a secret base in the deep mountains. Take her into a meeting room. There were 7 or 8 people in uniform waiting. It turns out they'd like to invite man to become deputy minister. Frequency division of the management department. The parable prophet does not refuse. Is a flower man. You think yourself, you have this power, you should take some responsibility. Goals, damn it. You collect your consciousness, and you look at the golden board in the sky. Looking at this immediately startled you. 50, first-class adventurer, preliminary life level scene, random, reward after, the angel said. This young adventurer is also one of those. Your girl. This is a girl you knew when the game came out. She's a little rich lady. That's when you see her recruiting on the World Channel. You embrace the spirit. Try once to make friends with the enemy. I can't believe the enemy will play for a few days. The enemy suddenly threw over an invitation to convert women. I want to be with you. Women think that they are just playing for fun. But I didn't expect to be particularly serious. I will give you some good things. Unfortunately, she only played for a month, but by virtue of the god dollar, only a month has loaded hard money up to the term. See this name. You can't help but recall a lot of past memories. This time at a villa in Longdu. An American woman looks at the gold plate in the sky. I see my name on the charts. The girl immediately jumped up her arms and feet and shouted, I'm on the charts. I stand at 51st. I can't believe the old game was played casually. Top up some change. It makes me a fake. I don't know my little brother. You call me sister every day. What's the world now? That by each name on the gold plate is published. You see all your women. There are 8 names on the board. But now, you only know the true identity of the daffodil. And at the same time, you're digging back into the dorm. You know, I used to play that game a lot. Or I'm an old man too. You laugh and say nothing. Sitting in bed with my eyes closed, take advantage of the consciousness to look down on the whole flower. Discovered the management organization. The police have started patrolling everywhere. At this moment, the peaches suddenly screamed loudly. Do you open your eyes to him? That's it. I'll run through the news on my phone and show you. I saw a miss talking. Currently across the country, there's a lot of felony. After gaining extraordinary power, he escaped from prison. Many people hide in the house. Shouldn't go out. If a suspicious person is found, please call immediately the official management of the first. Why don't you frown on that person's management? I started recruiting again this week. Check so fast. Suddenly, you feel something. His face stopped looking out the window. What's wrong with you? You can feel your abnormality. Nothing. I'm going to the bathroom. You clap your shoulder and dig out of the dorm. A moment later it disappeared on the spot. But now, at a beach in the coastal city, couple men and women in uniform dress is surrounding a man in trousers. The brave man must surrender. You can't escape. Ah, can you stop me? Don't think you are the only ones who have the power. A leading man coldly yelled out. Then in hand, there was another sword made of spirit. He's a knitting needle. He's also sub-captain in the spiritual management department. Even the devil himself dared to arrest me. The brave man laughed ha ha. The next second, the climate is as strong as it gets. In the blink of an eye repel everyone, dozens of meters away. It's magical chemistry again. The eel hurriedly grabbed the satellite radio with a loud shout. See capital city seashore to detect the false god. Please support immediately. Because by the way they are, there is no way to stop the brave. The brave man suddenly made it difficult. The chief clapped down. In the blink of an eye, there's a big hand in the air. With blood-red spirit, strongly clapped too. Everyone closes their eyes and waits for death. But nothing happened. Doubt or open your eyes. He saw a shadow standing in front of him. Who are you? A fearless-looking newcomer. Because the man in front of me was gentle, a waving hand. His attack has gone up in smoke. This guy's light touch. It makes him feel scared. You didn't say anything. Just look at the brave man. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean to kill. Be aware of the anomaly. The brave man hurriedly knelt on the ground begging for forgiveness. That you just gently snap a finger at. Then the brave man died. My soul and I have been destroyed. The screen. It's amazing to everyone who's here. Thank you for your help. Stand up for the right to say thank you. You're welcome. Everyone is a flower. Because you don't want to reveal it. You don't turn around. Now your mind can feel you. The hospital ran to. Ben is ready to leave this place. Thank you for saving the old man's life. The 5 men in the squad knelt down. And now, the gold plate in the sky opens its mouth again. Tuvai Kim Ban announced the top 10 finalists will be announced tomorrow. Finished talking. Tuvai table needle rolled up disappeared. No more toothpick. The day after the global news came out. Transmission on large platforms. Flowers down the present practice fairy life adventure of the United States. The present instrument of the National Flower Superpower Alliance. Modern tools ninja. The world is in chaos. You surf Weibo, slightly frown. Of course people first came to bring the country a lot of accidents. They don't control their power. That's what ordinary people say. It was an accident. You feel like you need to do something. When we lose order, usually need a prosthetic to stand up to the pressure. Maintain order. I know that I am now the fake. This time we will announce the top 10. 2 days later, the law tells a section that loves animals. But now, the sky is once again thick black clouds, pink-ass voices echoing the horizon. Listen, you flash up to the roof, frowned at the yellow board in the sky. This first-person thing hasn't been solved yet. Your favorite is about to show up at that time. I'm afraid the world is in chaos. This time at the base, with his head raised to the sky. Beautiful eyes revealed a ray of expectation. Top 10. You must be there too. At the same time, there's a sentence in your head. You once told her. I'm back playing this game. Not waiting for me to come back. I'm sure you'll be extremely helpful. Then I'll take you away. I'm just sorry you didn't come back. Right now, the voice of the celestial pink butt echoed. A Mahout, who is a Zen monk. Now, in a temple in the deep mountains, a middle-aged leader suddenly opened his eyes, in the eyes of the crystal. I can't believe a game. Things have changed like this before. 10 years ago, he's still a director of the first-generation play company, a few $100,000 a year, to reach the perfect golden lotus, but the company went bankrupt. My wife died. You've lost all hope for the world. I definitely want to become a priest. You thought you were a fairy. The world is champion. I can't believe there are 9 people better than you. 7 9th grade Dala Heaven First Preliminary. 8th grade Dala, Changxian Medium. 7th grade Great Celestial Angel Post-Production. 6th class Great Celestial Fairies Complete. 4 according to Tuvai Kim table in turn announced. People are starting to lose their cool. The Great Angel is perfect and only ranked 6th. Behind. Are they all saints or saints? 5th class close to the 6 feet of the holy standard. The divine reward of the mystical spirit. But now in some underground society in the U. A man suddenly stood up. What I mean is 5th. His name was King, and he was a prisoner. After the game, he escaped from prison to England. I can't believe the world. My standard is only 4th grade. It seems that staying here is not the way. Feeling of danger in the heart of the kingdom. More and more intense. The 4th heaven is weaker than me. The divine reward, the divine said, is boundless. Medicinal or sacred products. 3rd class Great Majesty of Heaven and the world of saints. The divine reward said, first stupor of 5 sacred elements. People saw the 3rd-rate prize jump. I am a saint only in the novel. Maybe this is a prize for the top 3. Who else is 2nd class? Saint King seen. The 5 branches of the Eucharistic eternal life. Everybody's rolling their eyes. The road is the king that only ranks 2nd. How high is the world of 1st class? Right now the sky is changing. Each of the 5 Kim Long appear. At the same time a ringing bell echoed across the horizon. 1st class Tiara God, the world without God. Bayan Lin Heaven Chai Bao, Sun Hama. According to the yellow board revealed, the whole country is quiet now. But very quickly it's noisy. What kind of world is the God of heaven? Can anyone explain a little? I know God. It is the highest level in the game. Even if it's a saint, it's also less than a dozen worlds. He is the great God. Golden table look parable. Beautiful eyes that clearly show shock. The minister next door heard the parable. He asked the deputy minister. To hear your voice, you seem to know this heavenly dagger. She's the girl in my game. We used to play together. 2 eyes lit up. I was glad to ask if you could invite God to join our department. I can give him the position of minister. I'm afraid this is not possible, because I have absolutely no idea who he is. I don't know his contact information. Everyone heard that, and was immediately disappointed, and the parable keeps looking up at the yellow board. The bottom of her eyes flashed a glimmer of expectation. Who are you after all? Can we meet again? It's on the other side now. This woman of yours is a great God. We've got to find him. Hold his thigh tight. Adventurers with two hands on the edge, smile with your head up, haha. The guards push the door in. Immediately look for the divine intercession across the web for me. Any bit of information can't be ignored. At the same time, the Rosier's voice echoed again. Vivek Kimban has published the full. 2 days later, I opened the bottle. Then the gold board disappeared in the sky. But you also close your eyes to the flower. Immediately after the sound transmission, for everyone in the territory, my flower is the heavenly knife. I know a lot of people are looking for me. But before the time comes, we won't be. I am the flower. When necessary, we will act. I will not join any organization. When I hear the words, if I am this flower, all the people of the country are safe. So, much of their anxiety disappeared. There is such a great God sitting on the flower. Who dares to stop? 2 days in a hurry. The nation decided to usher in the age of the first people, to bring a school, department to reform, establish the first convent school. College is one of them. Language example, become rector of Fudu University, and you hide it. To become a former mentor. You're in the stadium right now, teaching students how to conduct body gazes. Suddenly, the sky was once again cloudy. The current French. 10 minutes later, the game was played by thousands of players. French head needle protection table. The law doesn't count in it. An hour later, the whole country fell in love with the physical exercise. Random place. 3 pink ass voices. The people of the whole country are disillusioned. The sky at the same time, down thousands and thousands of yellow light, in which a ray of light envelops a friend. People in the stadium are fluttering. It looks amazing, but the peaches laughed and said, "Don't worry, this is French. It is not possible to be the original. He must have had the law." Not long after the optical needle dissipated, but on the little finger, on your right hand, there's a ring. Use your spirit to probe into the Dharma. 10 years in the game. It's all here. Very quickly you have found 2 rewarded French food. Their information also appears in your mind. The blood is a special magic. And suck blood to be strong. The blood that kills the enemy is automatically absorbed by it. If the owner is injured, blood in the body, it will give back to the owner. In the blink of an eye, restore the injured. There's something you're interested in about this. Because you just need an idea to destroy it. The enemy doesn't seem to need this weapon. And then, you look at the painting. This is a Dharma similar to the small world. Everything can be captured at the same time, limited to the inside. In the painting, you are the creator. My master is a small sword. My master is a small galaxy. The space in the ring suddenly. There are 2 voices. It makes you a little bit surprised. I can't believe these 2 things have spirit. You 2 go into my garden first. I finished talking about 2 pieces of magic into your crotchet. And then, you recover the consciousness that calls La Peach. At the same time, I gave him about 20 pieces. Extreme product. Take these tips back to your family. Where the hell did you get that much advice? Take it. I've got a lot. You laughed and said. Now, the rosiest voice is ringing again. French needle panel opened. And right after that, an axis came down from the sky. But now, everyone had no mind to watch. Gold board 2, because love is coming. This time, at the first managed association, everyone's busy to chip their forehead. Because according to the investigation, in the land of flowers, there are many areas I don't know full of spirit. The scariest are the areas. You know, there are some places that are very close to the city. There are more than 200 million people in the world. But only 100 people are fake. There is absolutely not enough manpower. On the street, patrol cars remind each house to close the door. Don't go out anyway. It's 10 minutes from the current pet time. All monks join the religious administration. They all patrolled the streets. When you meet a monster, you will immediately kill it. I love this time, but only for exercise. But people don't dare ignore it. The people of the country have all raised their vigilance to the maximum. The scene is stretched to the limit, just waiting for the animal to show up. Little by little time goes by. You look at the dark sky. The eyes stopped being important. Then the electric sky thundered and thundered. The Rosie's voice echoed again. Favorite instrument present. 100,000 animals came by chance. The sky descended 10,000 columns of yellow light. Down into the nooks and crannies of the lower flowers. After the light is gone, every animal appears. Right now in the heart of the city. This is the love of sports. Whatever the fuck it is. Dry blood. When the captain of the bamboo army grinds his teeth, and others see that as well. I love to see people coming. Not afraid at all. Strongly rushed towards the squad. A claw flew the mechanical structure out. The other monk, after standing up in pain, called out. In the blink of an eye, cut off the animal's arm. Good chance to eat it. The other trainers saw that, and immediately rushed in, but they're all in love. Punch a right, fly away. If you're not his opponent, back off. Captain Chang Muscle again, rushed towards the animal. Finally at the price, he was seriously injured and killed his beloved. This hobby is stronger than exercise. Normal too much, the paralyzed muscle monk sitting on the ground said. The voice has ended. The four sides heard two animals roar. In the hearts of everyone there was a great shock. At this moment, you use your mind to observe the whole flower, although the management of the initiates and the entire staff move, but the animals are too scattered. Even more possessing physical force than mechanical structure. They're hard to destroy in the first place. Just let me try the new magic. The idea just came close. A lard and paint appear in front of you. You guys go out and play. If you encounter any animals, destroy them for me. Two French words can be heard. Going out to play is fun. We come to the exam. Let's see who can kill more animals. Then, in an hour, it turns into a two-way circulation. One red, one blue disappears on the horizon. You grinned reluctantly. Continue to develop consciousness. Observe the situation of flowers. That two Dharma dishes pass through the capital city. Where does the grass grow? That's where they go. Love, or will suddenly dry out, or being sucked away by some kind of mystical power. This strange phenomenon makes this. The doctor's face was bewildered. What situation is this? Why didn't you do it? It's over. Over there. Parable leads the team to an unknown area. The captain has at least 1,000 animals inside. You can probably destroy the whole thing. Nods are preparing to act. Suddenly felt an air of terror. Transmission comes from behind. The parable hurriedly looked behind. Just saw a red current approaching quickly, in the blink of an eye over their shoulders, into an area that doesn't know too many favorites. We won for sure. A child's voice from within. To make the parables appalled, they soon saw the real face of the object. Maybe not that specific. It's a red sword. Just see where it goes. Those lovers are all sucked dry in the blink of an eye. Less than 2.5 seconds. Thousands of animals. It's all become leather bags. Absolutely no blood. Strong French. Too much love. It's like being watched in the blink of an eye. Is this law owned or not? Right when people are talking, suddenly, a man's knitting needle soared up. He wanted to capture the sword as his own. The sword was cold for an hour. You are worthy of the world except my master. Everyone is not qualified. It's instantly transformed into an oncoming current, the parable, that immediately felt wrong. But it's too late. The man wanted to catch the sword. In the blink of an eye sucked dry into a skin sack. People are afraid of change. Now someone wants to go up again. But they're all restrained by coercive rhetoric. I'm sorry. I'm guilty of a lot of excuses. You just heard this saying that you have a boss, and the power that comes out is a few parts stronger than you. France says this. The owner behind it is sure, not someone they can tease. Based on what to apologize for. We do. But there's a giant celestial cushion. Really look at the manager. First, people are easy to bully. This law kills innocent people. Its owner is probably the same virtue. At this very moment, a great power is coming. Disgruntled people in the blink of an eye kneeling on the ground. At the same time a voice came. If you are not satisfied with finding me, the parable is the voice of the divine knife. And then those people's bellies cracked. Every derelict plantation becomes a derelict. Very quickly the power dissipated. Small sword is not seen. Some people kneeling on the ground, looming with a cry of pain. Isn't it just a game, guy? If the game didn't exist, it could be so arrogant. An unclothed man blurted out a sentence, but the voice just stopped. He was struck by a lightning rod for the soul to scatter. The emperor cannot be humiliated. This time, it's not a dagger, it's true heaven. I hate to see the people I lead. People are dead. Arables are powerless, but they can't do anything. Who said they were guilty of sin? Over there in the university dormitory, you regain consciousness and look at the sky. Not bad, Lord, you are so kind. I'm just punishing you a little. It's just stupid people. In your head comes the voice of heaven. You risk the risk of being exposed. Maybe there's something to pray for and say, what's the matter? God of math. I'm not hiding from you anymore. I only have the king. But I can feel one day. In the future, this planet will have a disaster on its head. I want to pray to God. If that day comes, I will ask for your help. Maybe your face doesn't change, and you nod in agreement. Thank God. I will leave first. After that, the sky left. Half an hour passed. General Department of Tutayan Management in Longmat. It is reported that 100,000 animals have been destroyed. A soldier comes in front of the minister. Lai Long report. Not much faster than I imagined. Lai Long was pleased to nod his head. It's not because our people killed us. It's not our people who kill. So who's stupid? To be precise, it's 2 French dishes. They killed it in half an hour. More than 70,000 animals. Li Long took advantage of the captured image. But you can only see 2 streams. One red, one blue flyby. Even if it's 100 times slower, I can't even see what it is. After all, whose law is so powerful? Li Long. was stunned. And now there's a soldier coming to report. Frequency subset, please, connect the report cell. After connecting the picture, Lei Long said, what's wrong? Report 2 pieces of French. Destroy all the monsters. I know this. Tell me what I don't know. We found out who the French master said he was. It's the first-class gold table. I knew right away it was a heavenly dagger, but right now, it seems like he's a real man. The mind is not bad. Li Long laughed and said, but he fired 4 of us and killed someone. This word just came out. Li Long's smile froze. Seriously, ask what the situation is. Then the logic brings the intelligence back. I honestly want to steal from the Emperor. Humiliate the Emperor. People are already great emitters of compassion. Li Dragon shook his head and laughed coldly. Some of them have left the department and become demobilized. This is too big for them. He did not need to deal with many insults. The Emperor received punishment from heaven. This is them sowing the wind and reaping the storm. The cold voice. At this moment the office door on the trauma side was opened. The parable goes into the nervous expression. The minister. Something big has happened. The guys who left the other department are live online. At the same time criticizing the pepper killed by the gods. The innocent. More than 100,000 people are watching it now. I heard that in the blink of an eye. That's Li Long on the other side of the screen. After hearing it, it also changed. Where are they in the live stream? Immediately close them. I want to make the world destroy. But Li's voice was over. The sky suddenly thundered. I seem to be kind. But right now, in the live stream, the others are still barking furiously. What the hell is that? He's a bad boy. Achieve superhuman strength, if not the game. In reality, he's the one with no money. The people laughed in cold laughter, because they don't believe it either. Thin tongue knife in front of tens of thousands of people killing them. Now a sigh is heard. 5 people are still condemning in front of the live stream. It's all turned to dust. Not waiting for the audience to react. The live stream has been closed. But a lot of people have come back. Everything that just happened. In a flash on the forum, there are dozens more articles. There's a very clear split between the 2 sides. But not long after, the official has responded. I personally apologize for the shock of the frequency division. At the same time, tell the source of the story. And once again, the netizens broke down. Over there, you're in the dorm smiling, looking at the content online. I've never been angry. Who's angry at the behavior of ants? You don't even look at the sky. The second wave of love will appear in 3 hours. 1 million fitness lovers. 10,000 animals love mechanical architecture. The previous wave is still. The next wave comes, and you look at the sky, and you say. Then hands swung up, paint and clothes appeared in front of him. The owner is looking for, is there anything? You go protect your family. In the blink of an eye, miniaturization into an optical current disappear on the horizon, and you go back to the dorm. You're not going to do it this time. You just need an idea. You can kill all the animals. But like that, no one can grow up. This little hobby doesn't even need you to do it. The great superheroes, it can be very quickly destroyed. Right now, you suddenly look in the direction of the coastal city. Because of your consciousness, I saw guys in black diving in the sea. This is the man of the Imperial Ring. What do they sneak into the flower to do? And then, you disappear, where you left off. Get ready to meet the readers. Read Yaro this little fool, a little. See capital city seashore. At this moment 4 ninjas came ashore. 4-sided review. After confirming that there is no flower, they breathed a sigh of relief. What game does this guy play? They saw online that they can fly. Based on something. Could they have played such a good game? Ahaha, say a little. Let's give the flower man a present. Who just talked? I pulled out a video tape from my chest. Fake Imperial Ring. He is also not a lover. It's a demon in urban legend. For example, Sadeko mouth paralysis, female the 3 and so on. They're here this time. I want to get through these things. Make the flowers fall. More and more chaos. Just as they are getting ready. A voice came from behind. We do not accept foreign gifts. The terrified ninjas rushed out. I just saw you laughing at them. I don't understand what you're talking about. The ninja said coldly. I finished speaking and pulled out 3 shuriken from my chest. Darts are thrown at you at the same time. But the bars, the other shuriken is completely suspended in front of his friend. Can't go any further. Or else we can't deal with it together. The ninja saw that the attack was ineffective. Scream again. At the same time, you have 2 hands. Each of the clones appeared. Right after that 20 people surround you. At the same time, he quickly ran around the flower. I can't see clearly. This is our strength. Death to the flower, in a moment. 20 people holding kunai at the same time rushing towards you. Melt, you loose, open your mouth. It's just a cooling off. A ray of pressure. The bodies are summoned. Out there immediately into nothingness, the 4 ninjas were also knocked out. So strong. Who are you? I'm just a normal student. At this moment another ninja roared loudly, fire-padded moat fireball chi, and then it comes out of my mouth. The fire's burning all over you. Ha. This is the magic of the world. We can use it. Your flower is dead. But the next second, they can't laugh at all. Because the fire goes out. You stay where you are. More on the body, half-point burned marks. There is no. What is this? Maybe the god is screaming in amazement. The fire he was most proud of. Even female paralysis can be arbitrarily burned to death. Why didn't it work here? Let's show you what a fire is. Really, you laugh and snap a finger. A ninja, and was immediately consumed by the purple flame. The rest of the ninjas were terrified. Who is this? It just takes a snap that can cause a person to spontaneously ignite. The fear made their bodies and minds tremble. There is only one word in their hearts. That's running 2 armed ninjas. It immediately exploded into a fog, but they're amazed. I found myself standing in place. You laugh and raise your right hand. A ninja automatically flies into the palm of his hand, strangled by you. And those 2 ninjas turned into blood and bones. Death cannot be more dead. Please forgive me. I beg you. What are you doing in the flower? The ninja did not dare to hide anything. They quickly told me their plans when they arrived. It turns out they want to release the Sadako virgin into the flower. To make this place even more chaotic. You're disgusting. You show a look of disgust. Just throw one hand. Ninja name automatically dissolves in the air. Finally, you pick up the tape that's left on the ground. What does a virgin look like? Take it back to sea. And then, you go to an old electronics store, 700 yuan to buy an old video camera. Upon returning to the dormitory, you put the tape on to see the virgin's real face. When the tape starts spinning, a virgin in a white dress, hair dripping slowly off the tee. It's a little interesting to see that time is ticking. You release a little bit of consciousness, staring at the virgin. In the twinkling of a virgin's eyes, body shake stops, because she feels a spirit. Extremely powerful intelligence. Then, she quickly backed away. I want to get back onto Z. I was horrified to find that I couldn't come back. Let me see what you look like. Pull her hair up on you. I saw a greyish face, and no 5 senses. You feel a little disappointed. If she's done watching, she should be dead. You raise your hand to destroy the virgin, but suddenly I think of something. The evil smiling face looked at the shivering virgin. The Ninja Empire sent a big gift like this. It doesn't seem very good if we don't reciprocate. There, you infuse the spiritual aura into your body, virgin. A few seconds later, the uterus kneels in front of you. Use the flower's voice to babble and stutter master. You are pleased to nod. Spiritual flow not only help the power of the virgin to reach Jim Nitki, but also engrave your exclusive seal deep in the soul. Now your power has increased. Is the capacity increased? Concealed master. Now I can embody through any device. What electronics? Go back to the Ninja Empire. You laughed and said. Finally the virgin flew into the television. Automatic fly-out tape. Flying towards the Ninja Empire at lightning speed. I don't know the ninjas. What will be the reaction when you see this great gift? Little by little time goes by. The night falls. Hobby, actualization start random place. Every animal that shows up all over the country. This time most of them are in the city. At the same time the religious administration and the false powers on the table needle also began to hand out. They just need to be arbitrary. A single blow can kill a large group of animals. There are these people out there. It doesn't take half an hour. It can be solved. The owner also wants to go out. Come on. Baby, laugh. French needle end. Notice board. The top 10 will be announced tomorrow. 3 days later, the drug became available. Open net pharmacy needle table. You raise your eyebrows. If medicine is realized, the power of the whole people, it can quickly increase. Then the emperor. Just now, when love materialized, there's a strange thing that comes with love into this world. I don't want to bother you to take a look. We're in the Nevada mountains outside the Empire superpower. The next moment, your shadow appears in the forest. There's a deep hole in front of you that's smoking. You use your inner spirit to spy. There's a mysterious object with an unknown name. You wave at an object that falls into your hand. It's a blue object that glows like a rock, but it doesn't have any spirit or energy oscillation. What is this unknown? But my celestial laws are in conflict with it. I can feel it doesn't belong in this world. Ask the emperor to take it. Maybe it will work later. Just as you're about to take it, an English sentence echoed. Who are you? That's what we saw. You turn your head and look back. Only 5 foreigners were standing not far away. You don't notice. Collect the stone. Prepare to leave. Suddenly a ray of energy shoots down at your feet. The flower man. You've come into our territory. They took our stuff. Have to put the imperial superpower in the eyes. Do not die. You leisurely open your mouth. Man name. That overbearing blindfold in the blink of an eye explodes, turned into a bone of blood. Others see this scene, all the great horror of the flower. You dare kill my boyfriend. I want you dead. And at the same time, countless thunder rays came down from the sky, straight at you. You're interested in seeing these lightning strikes. Not to shy away. Let them hit you. That other people see as flattering, rushing towards you. Attack. Now, you've got a little bit of pressure. Everyone was knocked out in the blink of an eye. I don't want to kill people indiscriminately. If you want to blame them, blame them. Then gently snap a finger. A wolf electric man, with the man holding the shield in front of him, exploded in a flash. Then, you look at the woman, summon thunder, not far away. A cold face. She loves to play thunder. Why don't we like to pray for my life? The woman knelt on the ground in fear, begging. Thunder, hybrid thunder, come. You leisurely open your mouth. In the blink of an eye, the sky was cloudy. You must be in class superpower. You feel funny. The kind of pseudo-superpower. Any rubbish is worthy of comparison with the false priestess. There's a red lightning that covers this forest. The woman and her accomplice's corpse, together, lost from this world. You shake your head, and it feels a little tasteless. In the last battle, you deliberately do not act to see the strength of the enemy. Results. The enemy's real strength is only the mechanical structure. I don't know about this. What level does that correspond to? I hope by then, you won't let me down too much. You end up turning people back to your dorm. Let's start studying that stone. But even if it's breathing in, or small blood receiving master, even cut it in half, they didn't have any reaction. Is it really just a normal stone? Stop thinking about it. You put it in the letter ring. Don't care anymore. This time in the mountain forest before, a soldier of the Empire's superpowers looks terrified. Look at the tragedy at the scene. A whole squad of leveler. Even the body is not there. And the forest over here is completely turned to coke. Who is the enemy after all? We need to use satellites. Let's see what happened here. I'll go back to the satellite surveillance investigation immediately. And then the soldier spread out a pair of wings behind him. Fly towards the base. The angel returned to the base. Immediately extract the satellite camera. Just as they're about to watch the next video. All the electronics in the apartment, military bases explode. Even the satellites lost contact. Only the angel stood there. I don't know what to do. You're sitting in the bedroom right now. Suddenly, there was a voice in my head. Lord, someone wants to spy on you. I have helped you destroy it. You hear that? You nod. The moment the enemy extracts the image, you already know, but not yet. Heaven has helped you solve it first. Lord, do you see the use of that stone? Without it, there's no reaction. It looks like something from the outside is alien. It's not that simple. He said this is an outdoor object. One, but my consciousness is spread throughout the universe. We didn't find the aliens. God, you don't know. I've been demoted. I can't say that. Don't bother me to rest. The galaxy left. You day my heart. There's something else that can lower the ban on heaven. You have so many questions in your heart. But no matter what. If you want to invade, you have to ask my opinion. The sky has now turned to the pink voice. 10 hours later, the third wave of love materialized this time. Come down 5 million fitness lovers. 1 million mechanical animal lovers. 10,000 love needle knit period. Right after that, your phone and the peach ring at the same time. Is the notification sound of the WeChat group chat. The person who sent the message was a jewel. In 10 hours, the third wave of love will come true. The situation is more serious this time. We need universities to organize human resources patrols, enthusiasm to sign up, fellow believers with ability. Watch the message, your eyes light up. It's free now anyway. Go out and play a little. Maybe there's a surprise harvest. Finally, you and La Peach sign up to join the patrol this time. You also become a captain, and her jewel. Arrange 5 physical trainers and 5 mechanical builders. Let you help lead. A bright new day. You and yell to the stadium. And tell the team. You all have to listen to me in a minute. No one is allowed to act on their own. Follow by my side. I can keep you all safe, you know. Everyone shouted out loud. You look at the team in front of you. The enthusiasm in my heart is stimulated again. You yourself are too humble. It was the fall of love. Why don't you enjoy the real life? So let me use this guy's real power. World go. 6 o'clock, the rosy voice on time. Love of realization begins to randomly appear. In the sky, every ray of light falling from the sky. And there's 7 or 8 down at the stadium. You see, people are horrified, constantly stepping back, showing fear. I see that, walking fast forward, laughing. It's really sleepy. You don't even need to take the team out. Now there's a white rat coming to the door. Everyone can't back down. Go ahead and kill the enemy. I'll make sure you don't die. Listen. People stop hesitating. The light is gone now. Reveal that each animal has an ugly appearance. Big body. I see these animals. People don't dare to come up. And these animals are all extremely well-rounded animal lovers. Let's dig up a model. He laughed, and took a few steps forward. In his hand appeared a small sword. Turn around. This is physical protection. The sword I gave him earlier. They can kill the enemy, and they can defend. It is the law of integrity. With the sewing of the sword, cut into the belly of the animal, and cut a sword between the blood. This is the ultimate love of architecture. Too strong for this real cow. He slashed a sword without a fight. Hurry back. That the other animal in pain and anger, open his bloody mouth and bite towards the mule, but he avoided it. People see the mule so ferociously. Everyone raised their hands and shouted his name. Cheer for him. I heard a pretty girl scream, the passion of La Peach sword. There's a little blood coming up again. But this time he wasn't so lucky. Love is soon ready. The moment the mules came, they launched an attack. It's fucked up. He wanted to step back, but it was too late. But the next moment monster. He fell when he was about to bite him and exploded. Let's focus. Don't be afraid. Just saw me clasping my hands behind my back, smiling, looking ahead. Mom, when did you get naked? It's basically not done. The idea is that the enemy has exploded. This is your own power. It's terrible. The tiger is not the old man. These animals. It's not what you're doing right now. You can kill me. I opened my mouth. The people here are all muscle or exercise. These animals are perfect muscle. They're not adjusted enough. Then I step forward. There is no pressure on you. Reach out your palms. In the blink of an eye, loved ones at the scene were suspended in the air, along with me slowly clenching my hand, and the whole thing is in one place. It eventually forms a sphere and explodes. Seeing this is like seeing a god. This is your own power. An idea that can gently kill the below. It doesn't take any energy. In everyone's eyes there was a yearning. You guys are too weak. When you get there, you can do it naturally. I said softly, just wave one hand. A blood-red sword flew out. Fall down in front of you. Then quickly turn to. I looked at everyone calmly on the sword. And then, I use an idea. Take everyone straight to the sky. Plunge into the blue clouds of the four seas. I'm going to take you to a place of interest. Let them exercise a little. Unknown area, not far from the capital city. It doesn't seem like a bad place. A moment later, I'm taking you to this unknown area. He dropped to the ground and looked at the hundreds of animals in front of him. I slowly opened my mouth. My favorite thing here is exercise. It's good for you to start training. Remember what I said. Who's first to listen to me? People are a little nervous. However, the peaches are very brave. He volunteered to go first. Very quickly killed a pet. To see such ferocious digging, the others also fluttered up. A lot of people don't have the law. You can only use the original attack, especially punching dust bag. However they throw. Someone who has never fought a monster. Not a little experience. Even dodge doesn't know. Favorite attack. And the instinctive reaction is to close your eyes, scream out. I shook my head when I saw this. Immediately point your finger at a pet. In the blink of an eye it was destroyed. If you see an attack, get out of my way. Don't close your eyes and wait to die. You are here to kill the enemy, not to sacrifice your life. Little by little time passed to 8 hours. The sky is cloudy again. The sky was just blue, in the blink of an eye covered in dark clouds. Blue thunder slitting across the horizon. French tableware, familiar back to the world. French preserving needle table start. We are about to announce the top 10. Close to the 6-foot multiplication pole products after heaven said. One-time Dharma forging rewards. You can upgrade the security. See the table needle rewards this time. Everybody's in shock. That after seeing the reward, there are also some parts. I am interested in 2 things that I have learned. The sun said, give yourself the lowest level. If it can be upgraded, it will be mid-level. My name hasn't been around for so long, appears to be 2nd or 3rd class. Just because of French tableware. This does not count as a reward from the Dharma. Needle board in. If you count it, I'm 100% ahead. Out of prediction, the 1st class of the gold medal must be someone else. Completely aquatic. In the game, he was told by the genie, the highest level has only 1 item. According to the announcement of the table, we are now in 6th place. 6th grade adventurer, the Holy Spirit said. One-time Dharma forging rewards. 10,000 souls of knitting. When I heard this name, I raised my eyebrows. This French food must have been given by me. I gave the girls a lot of medicine. French protection of all kinds. However, the most favored person is no one else. Out of the water and adventure. This is because these 2 people are talking enthusiastically. Long playing time. I was too old to talk properly. This award-winning medicine is not bad. I'm a little impressed. It seems that the medicine needs to be purchased in the game. When the level of life can protect the soul is not dissolved. Increase the rate of success. If used by ordinary people, it can keep the soul so that it doesn't die of medicinal knitting. And when people across the country learned about alcohol, the use of this medicine, everyone is a fan. The rich in the country, after knowing the spirit, knit this medicinal wine. Posting to the major networking platforms, please buy medicine. Someone paid 100 million. There are 500 million. Some even bid 1 billion and 10 billion. Just to buy the knitting god. Maybe this rebirth. On the other side of the mansion. I thought I was about to get a shot. God is overjoyed. This medicine can be used for Grandpa. Grandfather's body has reached its limit. He lived 120 years. Even though the cultivation level of early life, it was enough to keep him alive for another 30 years, but his core and his veins soon deteriorated. First, it's impossible. But the knitting tablet, it can save my grandfather's soul, waiting for you to find another medicine. I will help you betray him. But the next second, the table needle again, but the reward makes you suspicious. The 5th class of fairies and godly deities, the reward of forging the magic once. The soul saw this medicine. The adventurous prince immediately felt the knitting medicine. Yours no longer smells good. Why is everyone a good teacher, but her rank is 1 level higher than mine? And the people of the country, when you see the daffodils, knitting medicine is more harmful. Start asking again, do you sell this medicine? It's annoying. These people are paranoid. Turn off the phone a little bit. Just been made public. There were a lot of people claiming to be proud to call you a normal human being. I desperately want to live forever. Especially these billionaires. None of them want to die. Risk your life. You make so much money to enjoy life. Who wants to die early? Standing next to Lai Sheng lifted his head and looked at the table with a faint smile. Who doesn't want to die? But who wants to die? Now, a medicinal knitting tablet. It can bring them back to life. Put in front. How could these people not be moved? Of course I know. It's just that this medicine shouldn't belong to me. I couldn't get on the board. God's grace is given to me. So first, new on the board. At this time, the board is still announcing that it has reached 2nd place. I looked at the needle. If I'm not wrong, 2nd class is me. Because my name hasn't come up yet. Maybe 1st class again. Who else is 2nd class? Complete hydropolarity products, divine protection, Dharma Bao gene rewards, one-time immortal blood potion. I was stunned to see 2nd class. It's not him. It's who else? How is this possible? Who else is in the game? It's what the fairies say. The game didn't appear in the end. The 2nd fairy of heaven. I searched through my memories, 100,000 years in my head. The body suddenly trembled. The corners of his mouth twitched slightly, revealing a wry smile. That's what it turns out. People across the country right now, when you see the list of people in 2nd place, to talk about, the 1st class is not a heavenly knife. Of course, people are great. There's some French beef. It's not normal. The rewards are definitely plentiful. However, God's freedom doesn't need a reward. His skills are enough to get it all. Everything in the world. And when the people of the country had finished speaking, the sky is changing. I can only see the sky cloudy, suddenly falling down the pinpoints. Those pinpoints are like stars, light up the darkness. It makes people nervous. Everybody's stupid. A bell echoing through the heart. All the people in the flower industry, the letter A mouth, the letter O. The sky appears purple light. All monks have the Dharma. All feel the Dharma in the soil shaking. It seems to be responding to something. The next moment, they're fluttering out of the field, soaring up into the sky. Millions of French dishes of all kinds, hovering in the sky, radiating a brilliant 7-colored aura that bound her eyes. They're like humans, slightly bow towards the table needle. Seems to be performing a ritual of worship. It's like greeting your king. The rosy-est voice echoed again. The sound is louder than before. 1st class pepper of heaven and earth. An upgrade the celestial sphere of wisdom. Pendant eternal knitting. Reward tower. Everyone can hear this voice. Physical and mental shot. Every time the class, the sky and the earth will always appear. I can't believe that this time it was so big. That makes it all. Everyone's Dharma soars to the sky with greed. I looked at the needle. I didn't expect the medicine I received to be eternal. However, my life expectancy is now uncountable. Immortality, even if the universe explodes, I can survive. This medicine will arrive at that time, freely given to the fortunate. So, this is the end of the world. A day later opened the pharmacy. Needleboard realization knitting pharmacy. 24 hours later, love of reality. Tens of millions of animals, exercise and millions of muscle animal lovers. 1 million knitting needle lovers. 10,000 animals love you. 4 days after some of the apostolic realizations. The rosiest voices keep ringing. Finally French safeguard needle table disappeared. The sky restored in blue. Whatever the animal is, you're coming out. This mother is asking for her life. The end of the world is really here. I love what you are fighting. You seem to love animals, because you have the ability to change people. Have they ever disguised themselves as us, silently killing us? But Don, do you know what this love is? The Peaches anxiously asked, this love world, that doesn't sound very cool. I know one way the world inside is filled with love. In the game, there is the biggest boss in the world. In the game, there is a boss, my long love emperor. In the first world, the answer is love. It's a ghost dragon in the fairies. However, this boss is beaten by me every day. 3 battles a day, because hitting it is likely to drop the pet dragon. It's a female dragon. Who wouldn't want a baby dragon? I remember farming 1,000 little dragons. Only one was left in the cave. If this emperor-loving Ma Long turns out in real life, he is definitely the strongest under me. If I'm not there at the next moment, he'll call himself a blue star. But it's probably not that fast. On this trend for at least half a month. Half a month is fast. I hope by then the devil's knife can kill that ghost dragon. If not, the whole world would be ruined. I smile. My eyes suddenly became serious, and I had some work to do. I'll talk to you later. When I finished, I disappeared. The next second appeared on the school roof, looking up at the sky. What's wrong? My great spiritual teacher is slowly recovering, the voice of heaven echoing through my head. Language is extremely excited. I'm a little stunned that my cultivation is slowly recovering. What do you mean? You're about to get back to the top. That's right. I may soon be able to return to the fairies. Why is that so? I remember you saying that. Yours is always decreasing. That's what it is. But I don't know why. I just felt that the cultivation is slowly growing. There is so much more spirit in heaven and earth. More importantly, I can feel it clearly. The overall defense of the planet is growing. He could not stand a sword of the emperor. But now we can resist a little bit. This sentence just came out, and I was stunned. The overall defense of the planet is strengthening. The solar system is recovering. The spirit of heaven and earth increase. These signs seem to indicate that the blue star is reflecting, are doing the last shape. The emperor has a secret. I have to tell you, the world is sealed. I'm heartbroken to hear that. Hurry up and ask what the seal means. It's exactly as if I expected. This game is not a good thing. On the contrary, it's like a conspiracy, a great conspiracy, that's always hidden. That's all I can say. I was forbidden by the celestial body. When I talk a lot, I explode. Then the world will be destroyed. The world is making its last stand. I feel that day is not far away. Do you remember if you accepted? I hope, by then, you can protect this world. I will be born a man of this world. When the time comes, we will act. I was born a flower. I'm probably the luckiest. Or it could be unhappiness, because of a game that gets it, and status as it is today. If someone else had this superhuman ability, I probably didn't eat beef the first day. Mean, extravagant, no respect. I don't have that many minds to rule the world. If it's easy to destroy the world, how boring I will be later. Who played the game the first day turned on the hat. Always beat customs. That's tasteless. The game is not about enjoying the game. You didn't offend me. I didn't offend you. It's that simple. Thank you, Lord. I am leaving. The ceiling nods its head in the celestial direction. Leave and fall into meditation. Currently, there are more and more mysteries in front of me. Strange objects from outside. Heaven doesn't know the name. Why does the game work? The spirit of heaven and earth is more and more. Heaven's path slowly recovered. There's also the so-called seal. Why seal the blue crystal? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? The most important thing is with your own, without looking at the seal, that the heavens can know. What situation is this again? Think of a moment when the corners of my mouth slowly slit. It's getting more and more interesting. You seem to be finding your way back. Used to play games, step by step exploring the world. This feeling makes me feel alive, full of enthusiasm. But no matter who, I will definitely find him. After communicating with heaven, after that, I went to a bar. Look at your surroundings. Not expected. In the era after this game came to fruition, these bars are burning even more. I can see it. 80% of those present, they're all false priests. However, their level is not high. The tallest structure is just a mechanical structure with fake superpowers. I looked at a blonde man. Sitting at the wine table are foreigners. He's got energy fluctuations on him. It's just like the fake superpowers I've seen before. The girl next to him also has energy. But this girl's a little weird. The flower has a lot of false superpowers. I see myself every day. But these fake superpowers are incredibly modest. It's almost impossible to show superpowers, living the life of ordinary people. After singing for an hour, a classmate said he wanted to go out and buy some barbecue to make supper. If you don't notice, keep singing. 10 minutes later, he turned around and asked me to sing a song. I found out where you are. Since when were you still here? He scratched his head a bit. A little alley over there. A male, a female. Male is the lower flower, and the female is a brunette foreigner. You two seem to be about to do something shady. As soon as the man hugs the woman, prepare for the next move. The woman's mouth suddenly sprouted a pair of fangs. Aggressive bite on the man's neck. The man in pain screams, instinctively punch a right in the opponent's chest. But I can't find it at all. Although not trained, but the body has been cleaned anyway. That's right. Even a woman. They can't punch the blood of the flower. You guys drink really well. What monster are you? The terrified man shouted. Want to shake, but you can't get out anyway. The woman doesn't pay attention to the man. Continue to bite towards his neck. but she just lowered her mouth, is strongly beaten back to back. It's like being punched hard against the wall by something. The man was horrified. What situation is this again? Now a voice came from behind him. The man turned his head and looked back. The lad to see you immediately. You're here. Give it to me. You bring the barbecue. The three-legged, four-legged man hurriedly left. The face is more ashamed. I walked towards the woman who was a vampire. This woman is a foreign woman. I saw it in the bar before. I felt the energy flutter at the time. Something is a little wrong with the enemy. I can't believe it's a vampire hybrid. Who are you? William, come help me. The woman is lying on the ground covered in blood. There was no strength to stand up. Stop calling your partner's name. It's bad luck. You are harming others. I can keep my eyes closed, but you insist. I want to hurt my students. Then I'm done with you. You dare to kill me. Our king will not spare you. I laughed and reached out my hand. Is your king him? In the blink of an alien blondie, faced Chuan Mei, the black cloak I held in my hand. The woman immediately opened her eyes and mouth. He really is her king. After his seal awakens, then, she naturally woke up. Vampire pulse, he told her, and William, and the princes. Seeing there, another stealthily collected fresh blood from the flower for him. As long as they suck blood, even if the vampire king is 1,000 miles away, it's still possible through the blood vessels to restore strength. But now why is it suddenly here? More ways. He was caught so far away by this man. Who is this reconciled man in front of you? Who is it? Why are we here? The vampire king has officially woke up. Horrified, look at me in front of you. Aren't you in the coffin? Why do you appear here? What situation is this? Don't stress. How many years have you been dead anyway? It's okay to die again. I laughed, and my eyes became cold in a flash. The next second, on the vampire king there was a purple flame. Hot at the same time. The girl on the ground also caught a purple flame. It's not just that in other places, a certain foreign woman is serving a guest, prepared to enjoy the real American, suddenly caught on fire, burned to ashes all over the country, appeared immediately, dozens of self-immolations. These people are no exception, they're all foreigners. Soon enough, the two vampires in front of me were burned to ashes, no longer exists. Right now, I saw the spot where the vampire king had just burned, and there's a drop of blood floating. What is this? From this drop of blood feel life. The air is infinite. It's incredibly fluid. I held up my transducer, holding out a drop of blood suspended in the palm of his hand. Heaven. What is this? I watched the blood drop for 2 minutes. I don't know. This drop of blood contains the infinite morality of life. Anyone who swallows this drop of blood, they all seem to be reborn. Even immortal life. A reborn corpse. Immortality is possible with a drop of blood. So there's no buffalo, cow more than mine knitted immortal. But a low-level creature of the Manji nation. How do you get this blood? It's basically unqualified. The origin of this blood is so mysterious. However, I see this drop of blood that's been around for a long time, maybe even earlier than when I was born. I know where God got it from. The words of the heavens struck me a little. It's been around longer than heaven. And then I told him what happened once. How can this type of blood, or is it something that these lower-level creatures can have? It doesn't make sense. It's very likely to be from ancient times. You know how much I've forgotten. Ever since I became a celestial, all the previous memories are forgotten. It's like being erased by something. When I woke up, I found out I was an angel. I only know the mission, to become celestial. My job is to maintain the balance of the world. At the same time, we cannot enter the human world. Do not interfere with the development of humanity. If not, they will be killed. A long time ago I fell asleep, until the game comes to life. So a lot of things if I don't know. I can't do anything for you. I'm very sorry. I listened so quietly. The universe doesn't seem to know anything. It's like being kidnapped as a child for work. You don't have any business. Stay down. I watch the drop of blood in my hand collect it into the letter ring. It will be a very short time before the sun will shine. I don't know the characters living in that world. The first will know, then ask if you know right away. But on the other side at the general administration, the atmosphere is extremely noisy right now. Ha ha ha, I can't believe the Kimchi Empire. Courier is also here today. It's so exciting. Lie Dragon laughed with his head up. I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe to stop. He just got a call from his boss. The reason is that the Kimchi Empire can't stand it anymore. Their country is about to fall. The game they've made is an apocalyptic game. Technology. You can use body armor or machine guns, zombies or mutated plants and animals. As a result, the more time passes, zombies and mutated plants and animals become more and more powerful. Their armor and machine guns were losing their effectiveness. The whole country is in danger at night. They rush to signal, call for help to surrounding countries. On the ninja side, The snails can't carry themselves. On the imperial side, they don't help them. The old father doesn't need this child anymore. Then they thought of begging for flowers. I can't believe it. The Kimchi Empire would one day have to beg. They thought they were happy. Professor, do we send people over there? Why not send? Now they're begging us. If anything, we open our mouths. You send people first. I'll tell my superiors to let them negotiate. Send someone over to help them now. Then aggressively ridicule again. He had been looking at the Kimchi Empire for a long time. That waterman often aimed at the lower flowers. It is the hatred in the hearts of many. You can go through the face now. Why don't you go? Not only to go, but to fight. Remember to make it a little easier. Don't let them think it's easy to get help. That same night, a magical master aider leads the team out. In the team, there are 10 knitting needles, hundreds of mechanical wishes. The air is burning. Sword-wielding astronaut flies to the Kimchi Empire. It only takes 2 hours. Killed all the zombies and mutated plants and animals in the little place of the soul. Go Kimchi. This act is also directly disturbing. The entire Kimchi Empire. They risked their lives. They even risk their lives. It is also difficult to kill zombies. It is finally about to destroy the nation. The results of these flowers. One of them is clean destruction. What is the situation, after all? Flowers successfully beat the wine. The reputation of the Wild Bowl. It also starts tonight. People all over the world know. Flowers have become not simple anymore. It seems from a monster. The brave lion. I'm sleeping. He turned into a real dragon. That the dragon's roar echoed across the globe. Hurl. It was reported in the national press last night. Everyone knows. No one expected it. The country does such a big thing in the evening. However, this is very fast. Has been realized by the love story. They pressed it down because it was 24 hours in 10 minutes. Will pass. Love will come true again. This time more and more powerful than the previous ones. It is also convenient to realize loving flowers is becoming more and more dangerous. The roof of the university. I clasped my hands behind my back and looked at the sky. This time I'm going to do it myself. Because I want to test an idea. I've discovered that every time love materializes, just love to die, we will immediately arrange the next round of fun. It's like an endless game. The faster the speed of their destruction, the faster the love comes. So let me speed up the game a bit. See why it's so slow now. Very fast time has come. The sky is clear blue. Suddenly black clouds dance. Thunder echoed. The Rosie's voice echoed again. Love of reality. The area of the planet has increased 10 times. In the blink of an eye, there's an earthquake all over the world. The house is shaking. The ground is full of people running around. I used my mind to look at the entire planet. It's actually increased 10 times. Especially the flowers. The distance between cities is greater. It used to be 1,000 miles from the capital city. It's at least 100,000 miles now. There are many more unknown areas. But these unknown areas, it's not like the ones that came before. Appeared this time, accompanied by ancient gas-filled architectures, like every civilization, even in the deep sea. There is also a magnificent golden palace, like Atlantis in legend. Inside the gold and silver treasure, countless, many areas of unknown and ancient civilizations appear. It makes me feel like this is a fusion of 2 worlds. It's called increasing this area. It's very likely that the 2 worlds are slowly merging, so large variable separation. Eventually, one can become a world. Right now, I feel the spirit of heaven and earth become even more spiritual. Suddenly my eyes lit up the corners of my mouth softly. That's what it turns out. I understand the words of heaven. God says the spirit of heaven and earth increases. It is also slowly recovering. Even the overall defense of the planet is stronger. That's what it turns out. The 2 worlds together may not get stronger. The spirit of love flows through here. Maybe not as much. That he's the only celestial body on the planet. All 2 worlds. Our may not recover. It's very likely that the celestial body could borrow the opportunity this time. One of his groundbreaking acts. The rise of the spirit of heaven and earth. People all over the country feel it. I feel like the air is getting cleaner. What kind of air is this? You guys want to breathe in. My cultivation has increased. I've made a breakthrough in mechanics. Don't be naive. Ordinary people. That's a very useful spirit. If you breathe a little, you can live a long time. Hear the words long live. Ordinary people. There's no holding back. Hurry, and open your mouth, inhaling to be afraid of not breathing back. The whole country immediately started the deep breathing show. At the same time, love is beginning to materialize. Now, the sky is changing violently. Each column of black light filled with black air, down from the sky. These lights are all down into unknown areas and part of the cities. With millions of columns of light coming down, all over the country, you can hear the animals roaring and the sky. All the animals appear. As soon as everyone is ready to go to war, then the sky heard a voice again. Majestic voice filled with the divine. It makes people's minds shake. Instinctively arises the voice killing veneration. I just finished seeing all the animals. At the same time, the whole thing exploded, turned into blood, completely disappeared from the world. This has made everyone across the country Disillusionment. What situation is this? Just one word, kill the animals. They're all dead. It's the voice of God. He did it. But this is too ostentatious. It's really French. The magic that comes with a word is to kill. It's terrible if not great. This is the power of the emperor. Say you've never had a social impact. Not having experienced life is not wrong at all. Don't say love. If he says a word, it's going to blow up. You're lucky he likes to eat beef. I mean, he's gentle and easy. It's just one word. That makes the whole thing explode. For the first time, God's hand was broken. It has shocked people across the country. But at the same time, they're incredibly lucky, because there is this power. Fortunately, Feta. If not, I'm afraid no one will survive Monday. On the other side at the headquarters, Chuguan, Li Long has received exciting news all over the country. Less than a second after it appeared, the whole army was destroyed. The one who did it was God's will. This is also the first time. The power of the emperor. A single word can destroy all love, that they have to lose half an hour or an hour. This power is terrible. Too strong. Our country has a heavenly knife. That's a lot of luck. The police received some amazing news. My eyes couldn't calm down for a long time. God's knife is out again. The power is scary. It is up to you to kill all the animals once. This is the power of the emperor. That's God. It's not something we can guess at will. She laughed and shook her head. Fortunately, the Lord is our man. Or I'm afraid I'd be dead already. This is great luck in misfortune. A jewel nodding misfortune refers to the game realization that the big luck is the dagger of heaven. With him here, flowers are not afraid. No one dares to offend. But who is he? Does he already know my identity? I'd love to see him. All interests are erased by me using an idea. The whole country is drunk on victory. But as soon as people across the country, I thought it was over. The dark clouds in the sky still don't melt away. The sound of life is louder than before. The Rosie's voice echoed again. 24 hours later, it will all come true. There is no time limit. For the first 7 days, I was in love with you. This voice seems a little angry. Of course it is. I heard the pinkas. The corners of his mouth softened, just like I thought. Just love to die fast. The game will speed up. And that voice sounded a little angry. You're blaming me for killing the animal too quickly. Now, the zoo will be fully open. It's no longer about realizing one by one. This is considered to increase the difficulty for lower flowers. However, this is also verified at the same time. Another idea of mine. It's two worlds merging. By then, it will definitely be a religious world, first compatible with the people of the two worlds will live together. The technological age of the planet will come to an end. Instead, it's the great first age. I feel a little bit unwell. And now the voice of heaven is heard. I frowned a little. Keep your head up and look at what you mean. New spaces appear that carries a non-trivial jet of air. This gas only I can feel. Is the gas of the same kind? I hear that. My body is freezing, because the amount of information in this sentence is so large, once again overturned my previous speculation. Earlier thought that the two worlds merge, celestial power. Of course it can be disruptive growth. But now, the celestial sphere, it's like feeling the breath of your fellow human beings. Then there's only one possibility. The other world also has a paradise and will also pass here. But the two worlds once merge. How to accommodate the second celestial sphere? It is true that a mountain cannot contain two tigers. Two celestial bodies can be committed to coexistence. There will surely be a great battle. Heaven and earth will definitely affect people of two worlds. It would upset the balance. I know what you mean. You want me to protect you. That's right, Emperor. Maybe it's the same as me being a god. Or higher than the fate. The two of us will definitely go to war. I hope you can lend me a hand. I can assure you that you are the star of the sky. Once you fall, the atmosphere of the planet will definitely decrease. I will help you. Celestial Latinos absolutely cannot lose. Once the air flow is damaged, until then, the health of all people will be damaged. This is something that can't be undone. Thank you, Lord. I am sure of this. It's not until then that the two worlds merge. I will help you swallow the enemy's paradise. Help you break through the world. Thank the Emperor. Anything from now on, the car will tell me. All will plunge into the burning oil. The voice of heaven is so excited.